Welcome to your beekeeping journey. This audiobook is designed to guide you calmly and confidently through your first year as a beekeeper. You will learn through clear explanations, practical steps, and real stories from Matt's own experience, starting with both Flow and Langstroth hives in Australia. Let's begin. Beekeeping is a gentle partnership between you and one of nature's most extraordinary creatures. Most beginners begin their journey with a mix of curiosity, excitement, and a touch of fear. This is completely normal. Beekeeping isn't about perfection, controlling the bees, or memorizing complex science. It's about developing calm behavior, learning slowly, and connecting with the rhythm of the hive. When Matt first began, he felt the same mixture of emotions. Standing beside his mentor, Peter, he experienced his first hive opening. The bees were calm, the sun warmed the box, and the air carried the sweet smell of wax and nectar. But the nerves were still real. Peter said something that stayed with him for life. Slow your breath. Move gently. Bees follow your energy. From that moment, everything changed. Matt noticed the steady hum, the warmth coming off the frames, and the peaceful behavior of the bees. His heartbeat slowed, his movements softened, and he became a beekeeper in spirit, not just in preparation. You are beginning that same journey now. New beekeepers often feel confused about whether to choose a Flow Hive or a Langstroth hive. Both can be excellent choices. Flow hives offer easier honey harvesting and beautifully crafted equipment. Langstroth hives are traditional, widely used, and compatible with most Australian beekeeping resources. Matt began with a Flow hive. His mentor later recommended adding a second hive. A second hive allows you to compare strength, borrow frames when needed, and understand your bees better. Because a second Flow hive wasn't financially practical at the time, Matt purchased a Langstroth. Having both hives side by side gave him a powerful learning experience. The Langstroth colony built up more quickly, while the Flow frames took longer for the bees to accept. Over time, both hives thrived, and Matt gained a balanced understanding of each system. Your choice depends on your goals. Whichever hive you choose, it will teach you exactly what you need to learn. Beekeeping equipment can feel overwhelming for beginners, but you only need a few essential items. You will need a smoker, a hive tool, protective clothing, gloves, a hive stand, and your chosen hive and frames. Everything else is optional or can be added as you grow in confidence. Avoid buying expensive gear you may not need. Start simple. Start calm. This chapter in the workbook version contains the full checklist. Every Australian beekeeper must register their hive, even if they only keep one. Registration is simple, low cost, and required in every state and territory. Once registered, your responsibilities include displaying your registration number, keeping basic records, and monitoring your hive for pests. None of this is difficult. It is simply part of responsible beekeeping. Correct hive placement is equally important. Choose a sunny location with good ventilation and a clear flight path. Provide a water source so your bees do not visit neighbor pools. Position your hive so bees fly upward and away from human walkways. Matt learned these lessons early. After adjusting his hive position and adding a simple bird bath, everything changed. His bees were calmer, inspections became easier, and neighbor concerns were eliminated. Good setup creates good beekeeping. There are three main ways to obtain your first colony: a package of bees, a nucleus hive, or a swarm. Most beginners choose packages or nucleus hives. Matt purchased a package for his first colony. This led to one of the most nerve-wracking experiences of his life. After securing the package beside the passenger seat, he began driving home. Then he saw one bee flying in the car, then another. Soon, 8 bees were loose. He didn't realize there was a small hole in the plastic cage. Matt remembered his training. Stay calm, breathe slowly, do not panic. He opened the windows slightly, allowed the bees to drift out, and drove home safely without a single sting. Your first pickup will be exciting and perhaps a little stressful, but calmness is your greatest tool. A hive is not just a group of insects. It functions as a superorganism, working together as one. Your colony consists of 3 types of bees: the queen, the workers, and the drones. Workers do almost everything in the hive, changing jobs as they age. The queen lays eggs and maintains harmony. Drones mate with queens from other colonies. You will also learn to recognize colony mood through sound and behavior. A calm hive hums steadily. A stressed hive sounds louder and more erratic. Matt learned this through observation, simply standing by the hive, listening and watching. Understanding bee behavior is one of the most valuable skills a beekeeper can develop. The first hive inspection should take place 7 to 10 days after installing a package, or within 1 week for a nucleus colony. Choose a warm, calm, sunny day. Use your smoker gently. Move slowly and breathe steadily. During your first inspection, you are simply confirming that the queen is laying, the colony is building comb, and the bees are behaving normally. When Matt completed his first inspection, his mentor reminded him, "Move like you're underwater. The bees will follow your pace." This advice remains one of the core principles of stress-free beekeeping. Every beginner makes mistakes. The key is avoiding the major ones. Do not over-inspect the hive. Do not inspect during bad weather. Do not provide too much space too early. Do not ignore pests. Do not rush your movements. Matt made each of these mistakes at least once. Peter reminded him that bees are resilient and that calm correction is always better than worry. Beekeeping is a skill that grows through experience, not perfection. Australia's main pests include Varroa destructor, small hive beetle, wax moth, and ants. Varroa monitoring must be done using the alcohol wash method. Sugar shakes are no longer recommended because they interfere with the bee's ability to breathe. Small hive beetles are extremely common in warm climates. Seeing a few is normal. Seeing many is a warning. Wax moth typically affects weak or neglected hives. Ants are annoying but manageable. Matt's first beetle sighting frightened him until Peter said, "1 beetle is just a beetle. 10 is a warning. 100 is a problem." The key is early observation and calm action. Beekeeping follows the Australian seasons. Spring is for rapid growth and swarm prevention. Summer is for honey production and heat management. Autumn is for consolidation and winter preparation. Winter is for minimal disturbance and monitoring food stores. This chapter provided a month-by-month guide to your entire first year. Working with the seasons, not against them, is one of the great secrets of successful beekeeping. Honey is ready when 80 to 90% of the cells on a frame are capped. Flow Hive harvesting is simple. Open the frame, allow honey to drain, and close it again. Langstroth harvesting involves removing frames, uncapping them, and spinning them in an extractor. Robbing can be prevented by harvesting indoors, reducing the hive entrance, and keeping honey sealed. Matt's first honey harvest was unforgettable. He prepared carefully, set up his jars and tools, and watched golden honey flow for the very first time. It wasn't just honey. It was proof that his calm, patient care had paid off. Bees may act defensive, appear queenless, show patchy brood, or behave strangely due to weather. These issues are common and usually manageable. Calmness, observation, and steady habits will guide you through most challenges. When Matt doubted himself early on, Peter reminded him, "Bees are incredibly forgiving. A small mistake will not ruin a hive. Learn from it and continue." Finishing this guide means you now have the foundation needed to become a confident beekeeper. In your second year, you will begin to understand the hive intuitively. You may consider adding a second hive, learning to make splits, or joining a local beekeeping club. Matt continued refining his skills and eventually began teaching others, sharing his journey, and building Beecroft Honey. Your beekeeping journey is now underway, and the best is still ahead.